In gun-free America, even just to try to make certain guns illegal is at this point an impossibility. And here's the thing. In order to first make America gun-free, you would have to do two very big, damn near impossible things. For one, you'd have to eliminate the Second Amendment. And I don't know if you guys know what it takes to eliminate an amendment, but it's too much. The Bill of Rights was made that way on purpose. They didn't want people to be able to just swoop in and suddenly take rights, God-given rights, away from people. In order to even begin getting rid of all the guns, you first need to take away our right to have them. This, of course, means eliminating the Second Amendment, which is the primary goal of the left in the quest for a gun-free America. 2A reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. But killing 2A isn't an easy task. You have to go through the motions laid out in Article 5 in the Constitution, which roughly translates to a 2/3 majority of both the House of Representatives and the Senate. So you need 75% of everyone in Congress and the Senate to all agree that the Second Amendment has to go. Pipe dream. But here's the other thing. Let's say that the Second Amendment is signed away. Now comes the task of going from house to house and eliminating all the guns. Because, again, I want to remind everyone, we're not required to register our guns. The federal government doesn't really know how many are out there and who has them. So if you were to eliminate guns from the United States, you would have to send law enforcement from door to door to raid and inspect and search houses to seize these firearms, which you can't do because of the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment protects us from unwarranted searches and seizures. So in order for the Second Amendment, the gun-free America to happen, they would have to issue a mass warrant for the entirety of the United States, which they can't do. So you would have to get rid of the Fourth Amendment, which allows the government to come into your home anytime it wants to, for any reason whatsoever. That's just like, and I'm talking like not just go in there and start searching. I mean, like, they're going to have to tear it apart because people are going to be hiding their guns. And by the way, I've had many different conversations with people throughout this nation about what they would do in an event where the government came for their guns, how they would hide them, and what they would do with them. Guaranteed, the government is not going to find half of these guns. You don't have the manpower to go from door to door and search every single house. There aren't enough officers in this country. And on top of that, let's say that through some dark miracle, it does happen. Second Amendment is repealed. Fourth Amendment is repealed. Let's say all that happens. Do you think that there are going to be police officers who go, yeah, I'm going to do this. My neighbors, I'm going to go into their house and I'm going to search for guns? No, they're not going to do that. Many would resign immediately. Back when Colorado tried to pass a red flag law, I think it was like a couple of sheriffs stood up and were like, I'm not enforcing this stupid ass law. I'm not going to do it. Not only do we not have the manpower for it, it's dangerous because when you come for people's guns, they're probably going to fight back. Straight up just rejected the law that was passed upon them. So you're not going to have the law enforcement community at your disposal for this. There is no such thing as a gun-free America at this point. I am very positive that Democrats, at least the ones in power, know for a fact they don't have the manpower for this. They know that it is an impossibility at this point to repeal 2A. They know it's an impossibility to repeal 4A, which they never talk about because if they did, many people would not be on board with this, including on the left. People love their privacy. What they're clearly doing, and this should piss you off because it pisses me off, is whenever something like this happens, you have a lot of politicians out there rah-rahing for gun control, getting people worked up about repealing the Second Amendment, and all these evil Republicans who care more about their guns than the kids. This is nonsense, absolute nonsense, but they know for a fact that they cannot achieve what they say that their goal is. What they're really doing is trying to rally a base, trying to get people angry and divided so that they're more likely to hand the vote over to the Democrats when the time comes. One of the reasons that you always see these Democrats immediately go for the political angle is because you can't let a crisis go to waste, because a crisis, utilized properly, gets you more power. They don't want to talk about actual solutions. They want you to get mad. They want you to get emotional. They don't want you thinking rationally. They just want you to know that something must be done when I'm the person to do it and I know the exact way to help it. Dude, it's all fake. It's all theatrics, just like we talked about in the last episode. These people aren't really looking for a solution because you're not going to have a gun-free America. You're not going to have people suddenly give up the guns that they purchased just because you said that they should. Even if you make guns illegal, like certain guns, AR-15s, AK, even if you make them illegal tomorrow, you're not going to have people turning them in. You're going to get some, but not a lot. This is America. We don't do that here.